500 is that over £500 is a lot, isn't it? I mean, we soon spend it over a year and a couple of trips or 200 trips. I think that would cost the coast. So I've been supporting it.
I'd say
total.
Yeah.
Okay.
£500 is not a huge amount of money out of a grant.
It's not.
After a little cost.
Well, we know what grant budget is.
We do know what a grant budget is. And the thing is about this is one thing I was seeing in favour of this is like an extra. I always think our town council should be in the business of extras, because what we shouldn't be is trying to make up for deficient funding in, say, policing or taking over from the health service, because that's where our council is putting more pressure. But this is like a nice little extra. I think that's one of the things town councils exist to do. So.
And I think publicly it looks good that we are funding police services around.
I think that that's great, provided we can afford them. I think publicity is great, provided we can afford it.
I think I'm more interested in the fact, I mean, the coach trips are nice, but I think the fact that they're doing litter picking and stuff like that in the town, I think they should be rewarded at that age for doing that sort of thing.
I have no issue with it.
Well, I don't know, did you propose?
No, I'll propose.
I'll second that. Do we have to have a vote?
We agree that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And back to the final one, it's a scout group, which is £5,000 for the roof.
No, I like this. I mean, actually, I gave them my £1,000 councillor award towards their roof, and I really do support the Scouts. I have some concerns here, which not concerns. I have more questions. I think I've got questions because what they're saying is they're asking for £5,000, which is absolutely fine. That's the maximum they can ask for. The total cost of the project is £42,000 to £50,000 plus that. They have funds available at the moment of around 17,500 in reserves towards the roof. So even if we give them 5,000, that only takes them up to less than half the money they'll need to do the roof. So, and I think they need to, do this roof. It's important. But my question would be, when do they think they're actually going to do the roof? Because if it's going to, is it going to be in this financial year or next financial year? Because if it's in the next financial year, perhaps we're in a better position to budget, perhaps even to contribute a little bit more.
Interesting.
In the but if it's going to be if it's going to be starting in this financial year, then obviously.
Yeah. From the little bit of investigation I've done, I believe they're trying to get it done this financial year because it's quite pressing for them. I believe as well that the Scouts can, a bit like town councils, apply for loans through organisations that will allow them to complete capital projects. Obviously, it's quite an expensive route and that goes on subs forevermore. So that's a bit like a kind of miniature version of our town hall, I suppose. They can't have got backup plans, but that's not their first option. So maybe that answers your question. I'm not sure. Personally, I generally think that we should try to support them as much as possible because the Scouts, they turn up at the Remembrance Parade, they're an integral part of our Midsummer Northern society, I'd say. And already they're struggling for staff, so they've got more kids than they can look after, and staff are going to quite hard work and leaving. So it'd be a terrible thing if I think we couldn't help them. That's my opinion. So,
if there was a general consensus that we did want to support them, where are we currently in terms of our, again, putting my accountant's hat on, which I'm not.
We're up to at least we've got 1,100 going out so far.
Right.
6.5 left for the 7, just over 7. If we've committed to all of those previously, and then this one in this financial year.
Right, okay. So anyone got, what's your suggestion then?
Well, then it's no to the rest, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
That's
oh, sorry, yeah.
So assuming we
agreed quite a few,
We agreed with 2, I think 500 and 600.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot we'd already moved those.
I mean, the risk of kind of just throwing everything into the long grass, which we do regularly, it is quite an important application. And if we agree that we want to support the Scouts, it might not be essential that we make the decision today, like Sean suggested. It might be a great idea to actually ask one of the leaders to come and have a chat with us and say, look, if it's going to be next year, we could maybe give them more money. Yeah. So
Why
that might be a sensible idea.
Why don't we like we did, we're going to with the trauma breakthrough?
I think I think as a policy, it's not a bad policy for anyone asking for a substantial amount of money
Yeah.
to come along in person
Yeah.
and answer questions. I think that's
Exactly.
great.
Because we want to be, I was going to say, we want to help them, because we've also set up discussions about how perhaps maybe the community trust could help them manage the building more effectively once it's been repaired. So
Yeah.
we want to work with the Scouts, don't we? So
Absolutely.
that's it. As long as we can get back from them, not